Hello guys, welcome to the next video tutorial on Android app development for beginners. In this video, we will see how we can create a text file and save it into the internal storage of your Android device. So there are two ways you can save a file in your Android device. One is in the internal memory and other is the external memory. So in this video we are going to see how we can save a file in the internal memory. Okay, so what I have here is I have two buttons. One is to read the text file and one is to write to the text file, and I have one edit text here and one large text. This edit text I'm going to use to enter some text to save, and this large text I'm going to use to retrieve the data I have saved. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I'm going to create some methods. So I will go to the text area here, and for the button 2, which is for reading, I'm going to add a attribute on click, and the name I will give it here is read. Okay, and same I will do for the write button. So instead of read here, I will just write. Okay, now I will go to the main activity.java file here, and in here first of all I will declare two variable, one for text view and other for edit views. So edit text, now I will cast these two variables. Now after casting these two variables, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create two methods, one to read and one to write, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my write method, and inside my write method I'm going to create a variable called my text message, for example, and I'm going to extract the text from the text edit and pass it into this variable. So I will take my edit text variable from here, paste it here, dot get text and dot to string. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an instance of file output stream which we can use to output to our text file, right? So file output stream, the object name is equal to open file output, and then give the name to your text file, for example my text.text, and then give the mode. So for example mode, I am going to give it like for example mode private. Okay, and this mode private indicates that no other app can use this file other than your app. Okay, so it's private to your app. Now you can see here it's going to give you this red line and this red bulb, and it says you need to surround your code by try catch block because it can throw. So just click surround with try catch and everything will be good to go. Now take your object which is file output stream and then just call a write method on it, and then we will pass our string here in the form of bytes. So my text message dot get bytes. Okay, and this is also going to throw an exception, so you need to add one more catch clause. So just click this red bulb and just add a catch clause here. Okay, now once you are done with this, once you have written to the file, you need to close the file. So take your file output stream and close it. Okay, and after closing you may want to show that your file is saved, so you can call a toast dot make text and then the context, and then you can give some text, for example text saved. okay, and then the length of your text. So for example, toast length long dot show, okay. And you may also want to clear your edit text after writing to the file, so you can just use edit text dot set text and set an empty string here, okay. When you want to read a file, this time you want to use a object of the class called file input stream, okay. So file input stream is equal to new file input stream, and give the name of your text file, which is this one, my text.txt, right? Or if you have provided some location, give the location of your text file and close it, okay. And now this time also it's going to give you this red line here because you need to enclose it in the try catch block, okay. Now after this you need to have input stream reader object is equal to new input stream reader, and then you need to pass your file input stream to this input stream reader object, okay. The third object you need is buffer reader, okay. So just use buffered reader object is equal to new buffer reader, and pass your input stream reader in this constructor here. And then last thing we need is string buffer is equal to new string buffer, and one more variable we need is a string, because we want to read this text line by line in a variable, and this will store these lines, this variable lines, for example, okay. Now I'm going to create a while loop here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just write lines is equal to your buffer reader name dot read line, and then enclose all this into one more bracket. So here one more bracket and here one more bracket, and then just write not equal to null, okay, and close this while loop. And once again you will observe here that it's going to give you this red line, and this is because we need to add this catch clause here, and it will go, okay. After this you just need to take your string buffer and append these lines into this string buffer. So append and then line, and then we are reading these lines one by one, so we need to give the line break also here, right? So just give \n. Now once you have all this string, what you can do is you can show it into your text view. So just use this text view here dot set text, and take your string buffer and then give to string, okay. Now I think one thing we are missing here is, instead of using file input stream, we must use open file input, right? So instead of file input stream, just replace it with open file input here, like we have done here for the open file output, right? So let's run our code, and now our app is running. So I can write something here. So for example this, and when I click write button here, it's going to write this to our text file, and we can see text save message here, right? And whenever we want to read it, we can just click this read button, and it's going to read this text and show it into the text view, okay. Once again some random text I'm going to write. So this is some random text, and I click write, and it's saved, and now I can read it by just clicking this read button, and it reads it and display it here. So in this way you can create a text file and write it into the internal storage of your device using Android. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.